Good morning. It's Vijay here. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Today is Thursday, 10th of July, 2025. Today, I'm talking about an important thing, which is a wall of money is waiting for us. That is what now we are going to have what I call the problem of plenty. But before we get into that, I would like to start off with what happened yesterday. So now this is the wall of which is going to hit the market or is hitting the market regularly. So there is a problem in that. Before that, so yesterday Nifty snapped a three-session gaining streak, mainly dragged by HCL Technologies and Tata Steel because yesterday metals all fell down primarily because of tariffs by Trump. So there is a lot of confusion. Small caps were down for 2 days in a row. Yesterday, small caps and micro caps did well, unlike the large caps. Mid cap also declined for the fourth consecutive session. FMCG surprisingly was a top sectoral gainer yesterday, mainly led by Imami and Dabur. In HUL and ITC also did well. Nifty Auto came back after a three-session losing streak and mainly led by Hero and M&M. Pharma, there was a lot of confusion the day before yesterday because there were tariffs going to be put. And yesterday morning they opened lower, but they recovered from their lows. Nifty Realty has been under pressure because there is generally a feeling that these sales which are being done in premium properties by all these major builders are all purely investment sales and not people who are going to reside there. So there is that feeling that this will end somewhere, and so that probably has peaked is what the general perception is. We really don't know at this point of time. The prices of the apartments which are sold are high, but there is demand as far as the media is concerned. So PSU Bank fell for the third straight session, mainly Union Bank of India. I mentioned Union Bank of India won't hold the positivity for long, and it was negative. Bank of India also came down. So Nifty Bank closed in the red, slipping below the 57,300 mark. Dow Jones volatile, but a fantastic close up 217 points. Nasdaq gained close to 0.9%. S&P rose 0.6%, gold is flat, Brent oil is flat, copper is up 1.5%, and dollar index is below 97. So nothing much has changed in the commodities except copper being a little bit stronger. So again, here you see an instance of wall of money. Both FIIs and DIIs are still net buyers. They are not selling at these elevated levels. So yesterday there was a big fall in Reliance in the last 1 hour. There were two reasons for this fall. One was Starlink has got an authorization from the India space regulator, which means it will be a direct competition to Reliance and the other telecom operators. The second thing was Reliance Geo platforms was supposed to come through an IPO this year, but apparently it is going to get postponed as per the Reuters news item is concerned. Uh, so what do the stocks we watch today? Mostly CEAT. CEAT will gain. It is like gaining at some other's expense. Sri Lanka has been put with tariffs about, I think, 30%. So people believe that CEAT will gain because that is the major competition there. SBI, HDFC Bank, and ICICI Bank, the big banks are likely to get bigger because that is what the finance ministry said yesterday. So there is going to be more focus on those banks. Ambuja Cement has opened up, it's commissioned a 1.5 million ton per annum grinding unit. So that should be having a positive rub off. HCL Tech, now they have got a agreement with some company called Asterio Cypremos. So there may be some positive, a pullback on that, though it fell down yesterday. LIC is coming with OFS, so LIC will be under pressure. Asian Paints has sold 42% stake sale in AkzoNobel. So that money, I think, will do well if there, but I don't know whether the money will come into the system or whether it will go to the promoters. And other positive stocks will be Oil India and GAIL. They've got an extension of 15-year gas supply from deal from Rajasthan Fields. Brigade Enterprises, they're planning to raise fund. So that is positive, is what the people feel, but I don't know whether really it is positive. PFC and REC, should do well because Morgan Stanley has raised it to overweight. We hold PFC and REC. MGL, NCLT Mumbai has nodded for merger with some company called Unison Enviro. So by and large, there are more positives than neutral or negative. Now here is the thing of plenty of, the problem of plenty. Now, yesterday we had the mutual fund data. Just look at the mutual fund. Total equity funds, 23,587 crores came in last month in June, vis-a-vis only 19,000 in May. Remember, in June, we also had the after effects of the Indo-Pak problem as well as the Iranian-Israel problem. Plus, you had tariffs issues. Yet, equity funds received 23,600 crores worth. Mid-cap funds received more than last year, this one month. Even small cap funds, for instance, got nearly 40% more than May. So that was flexi cap funds also got about nearly 35% greater than May. Overall, generally the market is flooded with money from mutual funds. Look at SIP. SIP for the first time it crossed 27,000 crores. So the big gurus of the markets were all talking to people in February that they should stop their SIPs, especially in mid cap and micro cap and small cap. And you just look at that small cap funds for 40%, large cap and mid cap funds another 30%. So increase is happening there because the people on the ground, the mutual fund distributors on the ground, are convincing the people that this is the time to buy. That is why you are seeing when the gurus come on TV or other social media, they're saying market is highly overvalued and they are in cash. Quite a few of the mutual funds, but the smaller mutual funds seem to be pushing money into the market independent of what the big guys are talking. An example here is this thing about PPFAS. The fact sheet is here. In May, they were about 75% in the market. That means 25% in cash. In June, they have just increased it to 78%. That means still 22% they are in cash. Plus, they will be getting inflows on a regular basis. So their AUM is increasing, which means net cash will be higher than what they had in May. So this is the kind of money they're sitting. These are people, they are leaders, they are considered value investors, and they say that they can't find value. But if you look at what has been happening in the last 6 months since March, the last 4 to 5 months since March, the value is increasing in the terms. Now it has become a momentum market. So this is the problem that, when more and more money is coming in from the retail investors, SIPs, the PMS, plus the government PFs, Provident Fund money, and these people are sitting with, cash, plus the FII money is coming. Ultra high net worth individuals seem to be also putting money. That is why many of the small and micro cap stocks are going up. This wall of money will, take the market much higher than most people believe. Then it will become overvalued. As I mentioned yesterday, market is fairly valued now. The one major factor which will push that into overvaluation is the wall of money which is now coming in left, right, center from all sources. So it is prudent to be buying on decline. So we have been doing that regularly and we will continue to do it today also. Whatever you do, I hope it is success. Thank you for joining me.